right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys. Say hello to Ren and Stimpy, Powdered Toast Man, Login TV, and let's get started. This is a different video, so I'm calling this Viewers Pick 5, okay? And so I came up with this yesterday, and I knew kind of, you know, I immediately came up with like 10 viewers that I want to ask to do this, but, you know, what it is a way to do a kind of 5 knives from my collection that are selected at random. Well, not at random. They're random to me, but they're selected by viewers. And in this case, Andrew Haubert. Andrew is a loyal viewer of the channel. We talk all the time. Really cool dude. If you don't know Andrew, check him out in the chat of pretty much any live stream of mine or Big Reds or some of the others. Like I've seen him in Lefty. I don't know. I've seen him in a bunch. But Andrew's just been cool. He's loaned me knives in for review. There's more he's already talking about loaning me in. Really, really cool dude with an awesome collection. And I mean, he's got some great knives. And so I just reached out to Andrew thinking he might think I'm crazy. I said, hey, Andrew, here's what I want to do. So what I want you to do is I want you to pick 5 knives from my collection that means something to you, that you've seen them, you know I own them, they're ones you're interested in for some reason or another. Well, not only did Andrew do that, but he picked 5, and his theme is 5 knives from my collection that have influenced his collecting. So I think that's pretty cool. You know, I'm already in awe that people watch my videos, but then if you add on to that I've had an opportunity to influence people's collections, hopefully for the better, you know, that's pretty cool. So, you know, again, be looking, guys, because I don't know how often I'm going to do one of these, but I know who's, you know, a couple of people that are going to be coming up. I'll probably do this even with some, you know, some other channels that I'm close to, but it'll mostly be viewers, and I'll do it as I get around to it. And I thought this was a good first one, like I said, because Andrew and I talk knives all the time, so he knows my collection pretty well. So I'm going to cheat on my laptop here, as you can see. I'm going to cheat, and I'm gonna kind of read some of his responses. So this first one, and by the way, if you don't follow Andrew on Instagram, Haubert, I think, just look him up, Andrew Haubert. And if you don't follow him on Instagram, he shows and also on the TRM Facebook group, he's constantly posting pictures of his TRM collection, and it is pretty incredible. I know he's got an Atom, he's got a Neutron, he's got Shadow. Well, does he have a Shadow, or is he trying to get a Shadow? He's trying to get a Shadow. But he's got a Nerd or 2, I think. Really cool TRM. So he says, TRM Atom, you introduced me to this brand, and I've become quite the TRM fan because of your Blade Show 2021 video. Now, I know for a fact that a lot of people have mentioned that the 2021 Blade Show video is the reason they started watching my channel. I think that's pretty cool, because that is it's my second most viewed video. Now, number 1 is a goofy video where we cut PVC pipe with twine. But the number 1 knife video is my Blade Show 2021 video. So that's pretty cool. So this is my TRM Atom. I do not have a Neutron. I do not have a Shadow. This is it. But you guys know, if you follow the channel, you know I love this knife. It's a perfect size for me. It's slicey and thin. It is snappy on those thumb studs. It is wearing blue O-rings that Andrew sent me. So that's really fitting. He sent those to me. I kept saying I was going to get them and just never did. Andrew sent these to me, and they make a big difference, guys. It feels so much better with those on them. It just, you know, no more, you know, you kind of, it's not bad, but you kind of have a little bit of, you know, sharpness there on the edge of that without that. So that's the first one. The second one, and again, I'm kind of just doing these in the order he sent them. He said the Finch 1929, but he says first, Big Red EDC introduced me to the Finch Holiday. So he has a Finch Holiday. There's my Holiday in KnivesFAST Blue. He says Big Red EDC, JB, introduced him to the Holiday. And then he says, but I had written off the smaller models as too small until you started talking about Finch, me, because I like bigger knives. I gave the 1929 a shot because you approved of the ergos on the smaller knives, which caused them to be another one of my favorite brands. So very cool. So you guys know I actually own two 1929s. There is the olive wood and the KnivesFAST Blue. And again, ergonomically, I can just fit 4 fingers on this one. But again, you have the flipper choil, as we call it, to kind of get up there and really get a hold of this knife. And that blade is super thin, super, super thin. This thing is a heck of a cutter. And it's just gorgeous. And for getting into packages, that shape is wonderful, in my opinion. So yeah, Finch 1929 is another one of Andrew's favorites in my collection. So there you go. And again, the Holiday's awesome too. It really is. Jack Wolf Knives. He says Vampire Jack, or really any Jack Wolf knife. But since he said Vampire, we're going to show the Vampire. And so this is my blue, Pacific Blue Camo Carbon. And this thing is sharp. It freaking cut the snot out of my thumb about a week ago. It is still sensitive. And I'm being very careful. These are incredibly thin and slicey because of that hollow grind. Now he says here, I am not much of a slip joint collector, but your friendship with Ben got me interested in his knives and slip joints in general. His knives are top notch, and he has taken production slip joints to a level I did not realize was possible. So Andrew, I don't even remember which ones you have. Maybe list down in the comments which Jack Wolf knives you have now. I know you've gotten a couple, but just absolutely love the Jack Wolf knives. And again, I'm actually carrying, let's see if I can get it out here, the Venom Jack, which is coming out on December 16th. I'm carrying that one today. They're just all thin, dynamic, incredible M390 slip joints. And this one's got that Damascus, which is blue and purple camo carbon. So yeah, a favorite for sure. Now, number 4, and again, I had this next knife in for review, but I had never bought one. And then I go to Blade Show 2022, and I end up with this one that I carry all the flipping time. This is the Artisan Coral in Arctic Storm Blue Fat Carbon. And Andrew says, this is just such an awesome thin and slicey design. Again, it was your Blade Show 2021 interview with Russell that introduced me to the Orion. And by the way, Andrew got into the Orion before I owned one. And put it on the list of knives to get because of your video. Then you got the amazing looking fat carbon one at Blade Show 2022. Andrew has, I think, if I remember correctly, do you have a black carbon one? Or do you have the, man, now see, I'm confused. I don't know if he has the double coral micarta or if he has the black fat carbon one. I think, I don't know. He'll tell you down in the comments. But I love this knife. You know, I just realized we're really on a roll here with very thin and slicey knives. I think I like those. This guy, if you have not tried an Orion, I'm just telling you, underrated knife of the forever. This knife is phenomenal. I love this knife. I love the way it feels in my hand. It does have contoured scales. Yes, jimping. For those of you that like jimping, great, phenomenal knife. I love it. All right, we'll put that one over here. All right, last, he says Tempest knives. Yep, Andrew, you're going to make me emotional. Mach 51 and pinion. So let's start with the Mach 51. So here's what he says, guys. And again, it's my knife, but I'm going to read his stuff. So what he said, he says the Mach 51, I still think the Mach 51 is a great looking design. I love the size and how you actually brought something unique and original to the knife world. I was very eager to back the Kickstarter and sad when it did not get funded. So yeah, that's the first part of his comment. And I agree. There's some tweaks. I've learned a lot since this knife. there's definitely, I still think it's an ergonomic masterpiece. I personally think this is one of the best knives I've ever had in my hand. And yes, it's my design. But there's some tweaks, especially the lock bar access. And then he says, the ergo, fast forward to the pinion, which is easily my favorite budget-friendly knife in my collection. That's a lot, because he's got some really good ones. The ergos are great. It is a very functional tool, and the fidget factor is exceptional. It makes me excited for the microburst, and I look forward to what Tempest has for the future, and it leaves me hoping for a shot at a Mach 51 V2. Yes, probably. Someday. That's my hope. I have some ideas for how to tweak it, and what to do different to maybe make it a little more acceptable to some people. Here, we'll put it right there where you can see it. But, yeah, I mean, thank you, Andrew. That is awesome to hear you say that you dig my knives as well. And again, I think it has a little bit to do with our friendship, but at the same point, you've had them in hand, and yeah, really, really dig them. And I think that's pretty fantastic to hear. So I think this is a fun video, guys. You don't hear me ramble a whole lot. So I think this will be a chance for me to talk a little bit more. Although, still going to be a KnivesFAST video, so probably won't be 47 minutes like a lefty video. But let's roll through these knives one more time, just to make sure we covered them. And then I'm going to talk a little bit more about this project and Andrew, and then we'll wrap it up. So, again, number one for him, number one was the TRM Atom. Got him started down his TRM route. So we'll put that one right here where you can see it. Let's put it right there. All right. Number two for him was the Finch 1929. We'll pick one of those. Let's pick the KnivesFAST blue one, of course. So there you go. And that kind of got him to get some of the smaller Finch knives, because even though they're smaller, ergonomically, they're pretty fantastic. There we go. All right. Number three was the Jack Wolf. Wow. Okay. The Jack Wolf. I'm scared of it now that it's going to cut me. No, I'm kidding. That was totally me. I was walking through the room with the knife open in my hand and it slipped. It was not the knife. The lock, not being locking or not. I just walked around in a hurry and it slipped. I'm glad I didn't get hurt worse, because that was dumb. So no, that was me. And fantastic slip joint knife. So we'll put that one up here. Another small guy here. And then number four was the Artisan Coral. You guys know, I'll put this one there. That's what we'll do. I absolutely love this knife. Just love it. Fan-flippin-tastic. I still think it's the best Artisan model, hands down. Now the Centauri, I want a Centauri still. I'm just not a big front flipper guy. It's equally thin and slicey, and I actually like the blade shape a ton on the Centauri. It's just not the front flipper. I'm sorry. This is not my thing. And then, of course, the Mach 51. Love the Mach 51. You guys know I love it, but it is my knife. And then last but not least, the pinion. So it's actually 6, but 5, you know, because it was Tempest knives in general. So really cool. Andrew, thanks for being a part of this. Like I said, Andrew's a channel member. He's loaned in knives. He's participating in the channel. It's a huge part to have people that will loan me knives, or those of you that, matter of fact, I have some on the way from a viewer for giveaways. We'll talk about that when they come in. Thank you. You know who you are. I've got other viewers like Tim B and bunches of you guys that have people that have loaned me knives, people that have sent JR Miz, others. See, I'm gonna forget people. Freak Show. I'm forgetting people. There's bunches of you that have loaned me knives to review, and I'm just blanking right now. Keith the Knife Freak. There's bunches of you guys, and I apologize whoever I've forgotten, but you know, loaning knives in either to give away. Loading knives in for me to review or sending knives in for me to give away is a huge part of helping the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Now, I think this is going to be fun. You guys let me know down in the comments if you like this idea. Viewers pick 5. I need to write that down right now because I've said it 4 different ways, and I need to make sure that I write it down so that I don't call it something different in the title. Yeah. So some of you are going to be getting called on for this very thing. And, you know, if you don't want to participate, let me know. I'll go to whoever's next. But I think it's a cool way to interface. And again, if somebody doesn't happen to know knives in my collection, I'll take a bunch of pictures. So it is what it is. But hope you guys like this. Let me know down in the comments. Is this something you'd like to see me keep doing? Give me a thumbs up, hopefully, if you liked the video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscription button and the notification bell and stick around. We have fun. Again, don't forget, we're live every Monday night at 7:45 Eastern time. Till about 9:30, sometimes earlier, sometimes sooner, blah, blah, I mean later, whatever. So just join us for those and stick around and watch this channel grow because you guys are killing it, helping me out. So thank you again for all you do and for watching the Knives Fast channel.